元気ですか？
元気です。
元気ですよ。おかげさまで。
アロンさんのオタク戦はいいですね。オタク戦
Accent. Oh, hi. Currently being rebuilt though.
は
Currently being rebuilt. So there's nothing up right now. So
I see, I see. オリバーさん、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
元気ですか？
元気ですよ。元気ですか？
はい、おかげさまで元気ですよ。じゃあ、4時半ですね。じゃあ、始めましょうか。えっとね、あー let's see. Okay, so today we're going to talk about have to, like we talked about. And just so we are on the uh, same page, we want to first look at how to make the negative form, plain negative. And I think I should share my screen at this point. Let's see, Google Chrome. This would be good, I think. Okay, let's see. Okay, can you guys see this?
はい。
Okay, cool. So in order to say have to, we have to first make the negative form. And so you guys are pretty familiar with it by now. So night form for group one verbs, this is the list. And I'm not going to go into how to really make it. And group two is like this. Lu falls out, and then you add a night to it. The group three, the entire words themselves, they change. Suru to shinai, kuru to konai, and so forth. And then use that, and then add ikenai desu. So here, have to and must. In this table, it goes from formal to more informal as you go down in the table. And what we use the most is verb naito, and then add ikenai desu. And I should clarify that you don't have to go in a straight line. So you don't have to say naito ikemasen. So what we use the most is night form, naito ikenai desu. And I want to also talk about how the shaded ones are used the most. And at the very top, we have these two. Verb nakute wa narimasen and verb nakereba naranai desu. And these are so formal that no one says it. No one ever uses it. And that's what other people learn with Genki or other textbooks. I don't think they teach the more practical ones. So I just put that there just so people who have used those other books are just familiar with it. But you don't ever want to use these. And also, I said that verb naito ikenai desu is used the most. So let's see. If we use, let's see, iku, the night form is what? Everyone?
ikanai.
Ikanai, right? Exactly. So could turns into ka, and then you add night to it. And then it becomes ikanai, to not go, negative form. And ikanai to ikenai desu means you have to go. And then there's other variations like ikanakya. So all the way up to the na, it's the same. And ikanakucha, ikenai desu or dame desu. You can choose, pick and choose these. And so these are interchangeable. And you see dame da and ikenai, and then at the very end, there is just maru, right? It means that if you just say ikanai to and end the sentence, it works. But it works only as the present affirmative. Have to go. So if you want to say, oh, I had to go, it doesn't work. You have to change the tense in the right side here. Ikemasen deshita. Sorry, let's see. Ikanai to ikemasen deshita means I had to go. Ikanai to ikenakatta desu. I had to go. Okay. So that's the brief review. And since this is like everyone's first time to be in the same class and kind of reviewing it together, I should also talk about this right here. This is something we haven't really used yet, but verb nakattara dame desu. This is used often. So this is more literal. So ikanakattara dame desu means you have to go, but it sounds a little bit more literal. It's more like if you didn't go, it wouldn't be good. So nakattara, this ra creates the conditional if, and nakatta means did not go. So if you didn't go, dame is no good, dysfunctional. So that's more like literal. It just feels more literal. Yeah. Okay, so that's the background of what we're gonna talk about today. And okay, so let's start with this, just a plain verb. I speak Japanese. Can you guys say that sentence? If you didn't read the sentence, it would be great.
日本語
日本語を
日本語を話する。
話せません。話せます。
Patrick-san, can I hear that from you? Yeah, yeah.
日本語
We have only one
話し
Patrick,
ます
by the way.
はい。
日本語話します. Good. And Aaron-san, you said 日本語話せます. And that's how people say, that's how people translate I speak Japanese. But most of the time, that's actually a normal way to say it. But the literal translation is I can speak Japanese. When you change the hanashimasu to hanasemasu, the eval. And so for now, we're just going to stick with the more like, what's the, stick with English. Yeah. So 日本語を話します. The plain form would be
日本語を話す。
exactly. Okay, let's try everyone. 日本語を話す. どうぞ.
日本語を話す。
日本語話す。
Good, 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 good. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. If you want to say that you don't speak Japanese, can I hear that in the plain form?
日本語を話せない。
I need to hear that just one more time, a little bit more clearly.
日本語を話せない。
Everyone?
日
日本語を
日本語を
話さない。
話さない。
Good, 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 good. Okay, now let's try again. 日本語を話さない。どうぞ.
日本語
日本語を
日本語を
話さない。
話さない。
Yes, yeah. Sa gets stress. The stress moves from the na, hanasu to sa. hanasanai. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to go over the pronunciation because we're going to use that in the next sentences. So now we know the nai form, the plain negative. Then we can use that to say, I have to speak Japanese. Anyone?
日本語を話さないといけない。いけない。
さないといけない。
うん。日
Everyone?
本語を話さないといけない。
Oliver, are you muted? Oh, you are muted. Can you hear me, Oliver? You're muted.
Oh,
Yeah.
日本語を話さ、日本語を話さないといけない。
Yeah, good. Yeah. Okay, let's try it all together. 日本語を話さないといけない。どうぞ。
日本語を話さないといけ
日本
ない。
語を話さないといけない。
Good. Okay. Now, so that's have to. How about negative? You don't have to speak Japanese.
日本語を話さなくてもいい？うん。
Everyone?
日本語を話さないといてもいいです。
日本語を
This
話
one that
さ
I
な
learned.
くてもいい。うん。
Okay, let me hear it from Pam-san.
日本語を話さなくてもいいです。
Aaron-san.
I don't remember if I learned this one.
Okay.
I might have dropped out when that happened.
Okay. So this might be new. Yeah. Okay. Oliver-san.
日本語を話さなくてもいいです。
Good. Yeah. So that's negative. Don't have to. Okay. So since it might be new for Aaron, let's look at how the struct constructed. So not have to. Can you guys see this table? Right.
Hi.
Yep.
Okay. So up to the na is the same. The verb na. So hanasanai, that's the verb you will give right now. So hanasa na kutemo. Then i desu. I, this is the same i as good, nice, i adjective. That's why we have i desu. And that's important because when you want to change the tense, it's going to matter. When you want to, if you want to say, you didn't have to speak Japanese. It is good changes to it was good. So that's adjective conjugation. So, and the literal translation is this. Temo, hanasanakutemo's temo is like even if. That's the idea. So even if you don't speak Japanese, it is good. So that's how we can make don't have to speak. Okay, so Aaron-san, you wanna try putting that together?
Hi.
You wanna have to speak Japanese?
日本語を話さなくていいです。
Okay. I should add this. I know I bracketed them more, and for if people have never used my book, the bracketed word in black, in this case, the letter more is bracketed. It's optional, and if you include it or not, it does make a difference in nuance. And most of the time, if you include words in brackets, it sounds a little bit more polite. It sounds a little bit more thorough or something. And but in this case, let's just keep the mo for now. I think people do say the mo more often than that.
Okay.
So
So, 日本語を話さなくてもいいです。
good pronunciation. The stress is still on the sa because we still have the
Okay.
negated
話さなく
hanasana.
てもいいです。Okay.
Yeah. So that was good. It's good. All right. Now, oh, actually, I didn't have it prepared, but let's improvise. What if you want to do past negative? I didn't have to speak Japanese.
日本
日本
語、
語を話さなくてもよかったです。
Okay. Patrick-san, you want to go?
はい。I didn't have to speak Japanese. 日本語を話さなくてもよかった。
素晴らしいです。Anyone else?
日
日本語を話さん。Oh, sorry.
どうぞ。
You guys can even go together. Oh, maybe not. Since for later, other people, including you guys, can watch it, and it might be better if we can hear just one person at a time. Okay, so how about Oliver-san? You go.
日本語を話さなくてもよかったです。
日本語を話さなくてもよかったです。
Good. Okay, let's make it just a little bit better. Stress on the sa. 話さなくてもよかったです。
日本語を話さなくてもよかったです。
Okay, 話さなくてもよかったです。Really good. Okay, now how about this one? I started working with Japanese people. Do you guys remember how to say have to?
ないといけない。
Sorry, not have to. Start doing something.
I remember us going over it.
Yeah. So this is chapter 12.
はじめ。
働き。日本人の人を
Okay, let's just work on
はじめ
start working. Started working.
働き始めた。
そうです。働き始めた。
働き
働きて
始めた
始めた。
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 Yes, it needs to be
働
past
きて始め
tense.
た。
Yeah, it sounded like you're in between te and ta, so I wanted to make sure. So verb stem is hataraki, working, right? And then hajimeta, started working. So hataraki hajimeta.
Yeah.
With whom?
日本の人。
日本人の人で、と、
Okay, how about the whole sentence?
人の人
日本
と
人の人、違う。
働き始めた。
Okay, Aron-san.
日本人の人と働きて始めた。
Okay. Hatarakite hajimeta is what I heard.
働き始めた。Okay, so there's no te in there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can look at the page in the book.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just follow along.
日本人の人と働き始めた。
Mhm. Okay. Rari さん。
はい。日本人、I started working with Japanese people.
はい。
日本の人と働き始めた。
Okay, it's getting interesting. Oliver さん、どうですか？
Wait, am I not supposed to read the sentence?
No. I had a feeling that you were reading. But actually, I mean, like if you have to, yeah, sure, it's there for you. But yeah,
Okay,
it's more fun if you did it, right?
日本人の人たちと働き始めた。
Okay, so far we have 日本人の人と働き始めた and 日本人の人たちと働き始めた and we have 日本の人と働き始めた Okay, so if you say 日本人の人と it sounds like I started working with a Japanese person.
うん。
Not always, but it sounds more like that because you're at a workplace. It's very possible. It's just one person,
Mm.
one Japanese person, right? Yeah, and then what's interesting is what Patrick-san said is 日本人. He said 日本の人たちと. So there is a difference. 日本人の人たちと like Japanese nationals or native Japanese people, or here in the States, it can even be like a Japanese American sometimes. So 日本の人たちと then it sounds a lot like people who are still there or still living there. So they might be actually, or like they are here just to work. So I started to work with people who just came from Japan or who are living here for work. That kind of nuance. I think either one is fine. Yeah. So in that case, 日本の人たち the no is working as from people from Japan. Modifier.
質問してもいいですか？
もちろんですよ。
Tachi in this sentence is to and tachi. I don't know. That seems redundant, but does the tachi like signify that? Is that the together? I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, good question. Can you guys open the very last section of noun section in the book, where there is a family members and whatnot? Can't really tell you which page it is, but. 221ページです。
はいはい。
Can you guys say the page number?
221
221ページですね。
220ページですね。
オリバーさん、ちょっと違います。221ページです。
221ページですね。
はい、そうです。ファムさん、can I?
120ページですか？
ちょっと違います。221ページですね。
221ページですか？
はい、そうです。Now, there you see family members and more, right? And I want you to see note 2. The suffix tachi pluralizes nouns for animate objects. So 人, person becomes 人たち and then it becomes people.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And と、日本人の人たちと is with. Yeah.
かりました。
はい、素晴らしい。Okay, so I started working with Japanese people. Is 日本人の人たちと働き始めた。
日本の人たちと働き始めた。
Sounds good. Okay, now we can use this sentence and change the situation a little bit. So if you want to say something like, now I have to speak Japanese because I started working with Japanese people. So here's a change. I didn't have to speak Japanese, but now I have to. And do you guys remember how to do that? Let me first ask you guys.
How to, I'm sorry, how to do what?
Now I have to speak Japanese.
After a change in status or change of plan.
Exactly.
Mm.
I feel like we went over it.
Uh-huh.
At first, I want to go to Ima, but I'm not sure if that's
It's
correct.
a good one. Oliver-san. Any?
Narimasu.
Mm-hmm. Narimasu, that's a really good hint for everyone. So now I have to, how Aaron-san said earlier, is it ima? When we say now I have to. Because
Sometimes-
ima means right now in
Yeah.
Japanese. So right now I have to speak Japanese because I started working with Japanese people. How about that? Maybe that's not what we really mean when we say now, right? Because in English, when we say now, it means more than just right now.
Mm.
It's more like expressing the change. So, and Oliverson said, narimasu, become.
Mm.
And now I have to means that it became inevitable that I speak Japanese. So that's why we need to use this. Now have to become inevitable after a change of plan or circumstance. So now have to or would have to. If this happened, then I would have to do this. Or now I have to because it became inevitable. So let's look at this. Hanasanai to, let's use the same verb. And then ikenai desu. Now we're going to use ikenaku narimasu.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Narimasu is the become part, right?
Hi.
Ikenai, we had earlier from here. Ikenai, if we look at that as an e adjective, change the e to the ku, ikenaku, and then it becomes an adverb, ku adverb. Then, so you can put that, plug that right in to the narimasu, the verb, adverb, verb pattern. So you can describe that verb with an adverb. So ikenaku narimasu, you can look at this as it becomes inevitable. And to, if I don't speak. It becomes inevitable. Maybe I should say it becomes inevitable that I speak Japanese.
Mm.
Yeah. But in this case, now whenever we say now I have to, has the situation already changed or it hasn't changed?
It has changed.
It has changed. Yes. So now we can look at this become inevitable to the past tense. It already became inevitable that I speak Japanese.
Mm.
So narimasu, become should be narimashita. Yeah. And what comes in front of it is not going to change. So let's just work on it. Now I have to speak Japanese. Aaron-san, you want to give it a shot?
日本語を話さない。話さないといけなくなりました。
もう一回。
日本語を、
slow down from いけなく。
日本語を話さな、
Okay, one more time. That Naito part too.
日本語を話さないといけなくなりました。
Exactly. いけなくなりました。Good. Now, how about in the plain form? Anyone else? Patrick-san.
はい。もう一回お願いします。The sentence. It became inevitable.
Yeah, now I have to speak that.
Now, okay. 日本語を、話さないといけなくなりました。いけなくなった。
いけなくなった。
はい。
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So なりました。That's the must form. なった is the plain form, plain past. Okay. So that's the main sentence. Now I have to speak Japanese. But we can add reason to it to give more context. So because I started working with Japanese, now I have to speak Japanese. I'm sorry.
日本人の人たちと働き始めたから日本語を話さないといけなくなった。
素晴らしいです。Okay. Let's try saying that all together. Might be kind of chaotic, but this. 日本人の人たちと働きはじ、let me go first. 日本人の人たちと働き始めたから日本語を話さないといけなくなった。どうぞ。
はい。日本人の人たちと働き始めたから日本語を
働き始めた。日本語を話さないと話さないといけなくなった。
いけなくなった。
It was more, a bit more chaotic than I expected. I guess I haven't twice as many people can really make a difference. Okay. So that's now I have to. Okay. So that's the change that already happened. But we can actually talk about changes that might happen. So I would have to speak Japanese if I started working with Japanese people.
うん。
Conditional. So that's when you want to use this because it will become inevitable. It would. Would be and will it's the same in Japanese. So なります or なる is going to be the present tense because it didn't become inevitable. It hasn't changed. So, 話さないといけなくなる. That's what the main part is going to be. So,
And we'll have to change kara.
kara, do we have a reason in the sentence? In the previous sentence, we had a reason because I started working with Japanese people. So
It's not a reason, it's if.
if, how do we make if?
うん。
If I started working with Japanese people. Aron-san, do you remember?
Unfortunately, I don't.
What about Oliver-san? Do you know?
I just by looking at the sentence, maybe it's
Okay. All right. Maybe I okay.
Past tense with the ra.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should tell you, Oliver, don't look at the sentences.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Or what about you, Patrick-san? Do you remember? Okay. Okay. Pam-san seems like the only one.
Past tense with ra.
Exactly. Past tense plus ra.
うん。
So we have 働き始めた and you add ra to it.
うん。
So 日本人の人たちと働き始めたら、
うん。
that works as if. So that's the conditional clause. Then I would have to speak Japanese. Riley-san, you wanna give it a shot? No?
はい。
Hi. Okay.
日本人の人たちと働き始めたら、日本語を話さないと、うん。
Here.
いけなくなる。is it, I was trying to remember if it was present or past tense.
That's
I couldn't remember the sentence.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's an interesting one. Yeah, because you know, you guys might wonder that too, right? いけなくなる means becomes inevitable or it will become inevitable. But what you want to remember is that it hasn't happened. It hasn't become inevitable yet.
Right. So いけなくなる。
いけなくなる。
はい。いけなくなる。
Yeah, いけなくなる。
うん。 Fumbled through it a little bit, but
Yeah. I enjoyed your eto while you were fumbling through. So the whole sentence would be, can anyone else say it? Maybe not all together this time.
日本人の人たちと働き始めたら、日本語を話さないといけなくなる。
Questions. Yeah. So the sentence is, 日本人の人たちと働き始めたら、日本語を話さないといけなくなる。Any questions? Super clear as a day. Okay, yeah. So this just needs a lot of examples.
うん。
Okay. So that's have to. Let's try don't have to again, but this time with reason. I don't have to speak Japanese because I don't work with Japanese people.
日本人の人たちと働き始めないから、
The sentence is because I don't work with Japanese people.
OK。日本人の人たちと働かないから、日本語を話さないといく
Oh, hey, take a look
け
at this.
ない。いけなく
Don't have to speak. Don't have to
いいです。
speak. Okay, let me hear that. Don't have to speak.
日本語を話さないといけなく
No,
Demo.
take a look at this. This.
Yeah.
Yeah, this green table.
日本語を話さないといけなくて
Wait,
も
what are you looking at this? Not have to?
I am looking at it. Oh, OK。日本語を話さなくてもいけないです。Oh,
I'm not sure.
いいですもう一回
Yeah.
もう一回。日本語を話なくてもいいです。
Hana.
話さなくてもいいです。
Hanasanakutemo ii desu. Yes. Okay. Anyone else? Oliver-san, do you have something? Gonna give it a shot?
Me?
Yeah, we have only one Oliver, by the way.
Oh, I just didn't hear the name. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Maybe I cut out. Oliver-san.
日本人の人たちと働きませんから日本語を話さなくてもいいです。
Anyone else?
日本人の人たちと働かないから話さなくてもいいです。
Rade-san.
日本の人たちと、働いていない。I forgot. I don't remember. I'm not sure. Sorry.
Oh, the English sentence? I
Yeah.
don't have to speak Japanese because I don't work with Japanese people.
働いていないから。Did you say any more?
No, I don't have to speak Japanese.
働いていないから日本語を話さなくてもいい。I don't know. I
Don't
need to
have
write
to.
this.
Don't have to speak. Remember?
話さ
Okay, now look at this.
なくてもいいです。
So,
話さなくてもいい。
even better, even better. So, did you guys hear the difference? Patrickson's sentence. What was the difference? All of a sudden, you're nodding.
I said in my sentence, hatarakimasen,
Uh-huh.
and
働きませんから。
yes, and Patrick Son's sentence was different.
Do you remember
it
how
was-
it was different?
Yeah, I mean,
Can you
his was just
say?
had te form.
Can you say that? Can you say what he said?
Hataraite nai. Try
から。
not to look at the sentence.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. You have to try. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, and Aaron-san and Pam-san said 働かないから. But I want to ask Pam-san. Pam-san, I want you to say, I want you to tell us where you work and what, like your role at your work.
NXP っていう会社でテクニカルライターとして働いています。
素晴らしい。働いています。
働いていない。
働いていない。So 働いています。So 働いている is you work there. So you don't want to get tricked by the English translation. And Patrick-san knew this too because it's in his self-introduction / storytelling. Yeah. It just came really, you know, you didn't have to think about it probably, that part. Yeah. So the reason why 働く changes to 働いている is that going to work is, what is it called? Habitual action? I can't remember. But, you know, like, you know, we do it like every day. So in that case, you want to use 働いている. Negative form is 働いていない.
なるほど。
なるほどね。
Oh.
Yeah. Then the rest. 日本語を話さなくてもいいです. That's good.
Doesn't it also have to be plain?
Which part?
I don't know. I in my head when I heard imasen, I was like,
Oh, I see. So 働いていませんから versus 働いていないから is that what you are asking
Mhm.
about?
yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What needs to happen is in front of the kara needs to be a complete sentence. So
okay.
yeah. Meaning you can't just have a noun, for example.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But one thing, form plus kara sounds very, very formal. So that's why most of the time people don't use it. Usually what happens is plain form for the reason clause, 働いていないから, and then end the sentence with this must form. So 話さなくてもいいです. Yeah. Okay. Now let's just say that we don't work with Japanese people, so we don't have to speak, right? Now, I wouldn't have to speak Japanese even if I started working with Japanese people.
うん、
Do you guys remember how to make the even if clause?
Yeah.
Oh, so we just talked about it. It's actually in the not have to structure. This structure. Temo, verb te form plus mo literally means even if.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 話さなくてもいいです means it is good even if you don't speak Japanese. So take that idea and then you can use it here. Even what was it? I wouldn't have to speak Japanese, even if I started working with Japanese people. Who's itching to go first? Radi-san, you can't even hold your excitement.
Oh yeah, yep, you caught me.
You gotta go?
I'm trying to write the English sentence down because I keep forgetting them as I'm translating. I wouldn't have to speak Japanese even if I
Started.
started working with Japanese people.
Started
Right.
working.
Started working with even if I started with Japanese people. 日本人たちと働き始めて
You remember even if? How to make even if? Right here.
Yeah,
Review.
なくてもいい
if you add e,
Sorry,
then
yeah.
you don't have to. But just the temo is even if.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
働き始めても
はい。
I wouldn't have to speak Japanese. 日本語話さなくてもいい
Anyone else?
日本人の人たちと働いていなくても、
Hold on.
日本、
Hold on. I wouldn't have to speak Japanese even if I started working with Japanese people.
Well, that complicates things.
Yeah. So you won't.
I need
So
to-
you guys won't get bored.
I need to think on that.
Okay. Aaron-san, you wanna go?
日本人の人たちと働き始めても、日本語を話さないといけなくてもいいです。
how do you say we don't have to speak? Not have to.
Might have to. That's the 話さないと、話さなくてもいいです。
Yeah.
What did I say?
日本語を話さないと
Oh,
いけない something.
okay.
Yeah.
もう一回。
はい。
日本人の人たちと働き始めても、日本語を話さなくてもいいです。
そうです。日本人の人たちと働き始めても、日本語を話さなくてもいいです。
Was I wrong? I feel like I was, but I don't remember.
No,
Uh,
I think you
Okay.
got it right.
okay.
I don't remember actually.
I don't either.
I feel like so much happened after you said the sentence.
I fumbled through it, so when I finish, I'm like, oh boy.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 日本人の人たちと働き始めても、日本語を話さなくてもいいです。話さなくてもいいです。Basically, it's the same as I don't have to speak Japanese. in English, I wouldn't have to speak Japanese, even if. But the reason why it's the same as I don't have to speak Japanese is that there is no change with my current situation and then with my hypothetical situation. Right. But what if there is a change? Now I don't have to speak Japanese because all the Japanese workers quit.
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 Well, it's not in here.
首に泣く
Not get fired, but let's just keep it like
や
quit.
やめる。
やめる。
やめる
やめるですね。
やめる。
Yeah, so やめる, quit, resign. So that's the reason. Now I don't have to speak Japanese because all the Japanese workers. So not have to after a change is this.
うん
Now don't have to. So なくても is the same. 話さなくても and then 良くなる. Again, using なる becomes good. So いいです。The E adjective E turns into く adverb. That's よく. Yeah, よくなる. Yeah. And the idea is still the same again here. Now I don't have to speak. Literally, it's more like it became okay, even if I don't speak Japanese. So what's the tense that we're going to need in this sentence?
Past tense.
Past tense, exactly. It became okay.
Yeah, because they quit.
Okay. Who wants to go? Anyone?
はい。
パンさん。はい。お願いします。
日本人の人たちを辞めたから、日本語を話さなくてもよくなる。よくなった。
Okay. So you quit Japanese people.
ああ、
Who quit? All the Japanese workers quit.
ああ、うん。
Workers, Japanese people is fine because all the Japanese people quit.
やっぱりみんなの日本人の人たち
Keep going.
と、もう一回。
はい。
みんなの日本人の人たちを辞めたから日本語を話さな さなくても良くなる。
It is going to be okay or
Oh.
it became okay?
あ、良くな、良くなった。
良くなった。
良くなった。
Yeah. All right. So I'm curious why you guys use 日本人の人たち or the object marker.
I questioned that after I used it.
Okay. Did you get an answer?
I'm thinking it'd be ga, because the people quit.
People quit, exactly. And just in case you guys are like wondering, sure, やめる is a transitive verb here, right? But quit what?
うん。
Yeah. So 仕事を辞める means quit work. But Japanese people quit. So quit it, whatever. So what they quit is not stated here. So that's why 日本人の人たちがみんな、what kind of word is みんな?
Counter.
Counter. So that's why it comes after 日本人の人たちが the subject marker. And then 日本人の人たちがみんな辞めたから、
うん
that's reason 日本語話さなくても良くなった。became okay if I don't speak Japanese.
うん
今日はここまでですね。
はい。あ
りがとうございました
ありがとうございました
ありがとうございました。
Yeah, we'll continue on this. I'll come up with more sentences too. So for homework, I guess you guys can work on these 3 sentences. I'll leave them at the top.
Mm.
And no Japanese translations.
You have to scroll to the bottom for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I gave away the cheat.
And make it somewhat
Quick screenshot.
make it somewhat unavailable.
じゃあまた来週。
はい、じゃあまた来週ですね。
はい、じゃあ。
あ、また来
ま
週。
た来週。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。